Hi guys, this is Damon from TryThisPlay.com, and you guys have been asking me to make a video with the hopes that EA sees it and they put in all these new things that you guys want in the game for next year, or maybe things you want to take out. When we got to over 1,000 people writing to us, hey, you got to tell EA to fix this. I don't know why you guys just don't tweet them yourself, or maybe you just do. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But here's what I'm saying. I do appreciate that you guys say, hey, whenever I find something really glitchy and I post it on YouTube, that within a week, EA fixes it or patches it. So I do respect that you guys are giving me that credit. That makes me feel great. But to review some of the stuff you guys brought up and the things you guys want changed and the things I want changed, before we say that, I just want to say, guys, this game is amazing. Because let me tell you, from someone who played Madden from the 90s, I played every single Madden. Before Madden, I played Joe Montana Sports Talk. I mean, I go way back. I had Atari. Okay, guys? So let's just leave it at that. So yes, I'm a guy who played competitive Madden in every single Madden ever, which is probably rare in today's community. So let me tell you, if you look at those games, which I still own, and you pop them in, which actually you really can't, but if you try to play those older games, or you remember them, you'll see that EA has came a long way. So great job to EA, and I would want to say, guys, stop knocking them, but I want to also take your energy and share it with them so that they can improve the game. So the thing I think that is an easy fix, we'll start with first, is franchise mode. Guys, in franchise mode, there's so much cool stuff that I think that they could add in. Things that happen in real life, like, when you sign a player, or say you start your team and players have contracts already. As we know in the NFL, those contracts don't always happen. They get broken. Things happen. There should be a way to renegotiate a contract. There should just be a way to do that. Like, you should be able to renegotiate, hey, I want to renegotiate this contract because I took this team on and it's a $25 million cap penalty to release Jimmy Garoppolo, which is, maybe you don't like the guy. I don't know. Maybe you think he's a bad quarterback. And then you're stuck with the team. Now you have this cap penalty. So maybe there's a way to renegotiate the players that you've taken on. Another thing I was thinking was your audibles. There should be a way that it's not a custom book. There should be a way that you could set your audibles in the settings for the playbook you're using, but not that it comes up custom. A lot of people don't want to play a guy with a custom, whether it's a rank match, whether it's in Madden Ultimate Team, or whether it's in franchise. A lot of franchises have a rule you can't use a custom. So since nobody wants to see the word custom, but yet they want to have their audibles, they should be like it should come up and it should say, New England playbook, and then it should just say like maybe an A or something for the audibles. That means that the guy set his audibles, but it doesn't mean that any plays were added. That would be a really cool feature, because think about how much time it would save. I mean, we must have all played over 1,000 games, and in the beginning of the game, we're over there, the first 40 seconds, we're trying to put our audibles in quick, we're trying to set all our audibles for each formation, or we're doing it mid-game. And I guess, some of the pros, they're quick on it, but, it would be much better if they were set. So that would be something really cool EA could add. As going back to franchise mode, I think that there should be something a little more progressive with the development of the players. I feel like when you draft a player, they almost are always going to sit on the bench. And I'm not saying that they should come out the draft 90 overalls, but there should be some value. There should be more value for a 4th round pick. Because when I play franchise, I trade away all my picks. I keep the first, maybe. Keep the second, probably not. But after that, I mean, a 3rd round pick is almost like having a lemon on your roster who's never going to start. And that's not really the way it is in real life. There should be some randomness like, hey, I'm going to save my 5th round pick because 50% of the 5th rounders, they're going to probably start by 2nd year. Or there should be, maybe they could get in 1st year. Not that I want you to put out all superstars in the draft, but they should be better, or they should maybe progress better. Something where, the picks have more value like they do in real life. That I think would help. And maybe also the good players, maybe they should, really go down faster, or maybe a lot of guys should retire at 29 like they do in the real NFL. I think that's another problem. The problem is that, we're holding on to our good players and then we're getting rid of our picks. That's not how the real NFL works. A lot of the good players, they just don't sign. After their fourth year, their fifth year, you see them out in free agency. It shouldn't be so that I'm going to get rid of my picks and put all my money into signing my player that's good already. As far as the biggest complaints, which they seem to be about Ultimate Team, a lot of guys are really upset with the whole buying of packs to compete. But that's how EA makes their money. So, can we really be upset with them? Because maybe they're putting out those packs, you're spending that money, and maybe they're taking that money to make a better game. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're just straight profit and they're all getting rich. But I want to believe that the game has came this far due to the packs that you guys purchased. I want to believe that. So I don't think we should maybe ask them to take away the pack thing. But I do believe you should be able to compete by, playing. But I also think that when they match you up with people, they should match you up with someone who maybe spent the same money as you, or somehow maybe the overalls are close, because I don't think it's fair that, I get on the game and I have a 76 overall team and I have to go play some guy with 99 corners and his team is, 93 overall. So no matter what, he's going to run fullback dive and beat me. I think when it should be the skill level, also the overall. Maybe the skill level within the same overall. Maybe like if I have a 76 team, I can only play people that have a 77 team or less, or 76, 77. Maybe it should be a 2-point ratio, because it's just not right that I come in the game with an 80 overall team and this guy's got an 86 overall team and he blows me out. That's just not right. Now, I know why EA does that, because they want you to immediately get out that game and go buy packs. But how unfair is that if you're playing and you just, you're in your playoff game and you just got beat and now you didn't get to win your Super Bowl? Well, you could have won if it was fair, because you're actually a better player. And I don't mind getting beat by better players, but I do really, and I know you guys really seem to be upset when you get beat by a better team. And it's just because you didn't want to spend the money. And I understand that from what I'm understanding, from what I'm reading, a lot of you guys just don't have the money to compete with the packs. Like, you guys are just saying, hey, no, my mom's not giving me money, or I can't be spending $20, $40 a week on packs. So just to play a game, that's not fair. They made the purchase. They spent the 60, 70, 80 for the game. They want to play a fair game. They don't want to now, because they bought this game, have to drop another 40 every single week. But again, like I said, EA, that's how they make their money. So I don't really want to go too much into that, but maybe if EA could consider it and make a way that people who don't have the money, the less fortunate people could enjoy the game and make it fair, where maybe they play each other or you play by your overall. I just think that would be something that they could consider. As far as the way the championship was won, I don't think that was really good either. I don't think that a guy should be able to put his punter at quarterback and then run the ball. I don't think that the people who claim to be the best in the world, the top 100, can't stop the run. That's preposterous. I think that the game should be, for every mode, especially Ultimate Team, if I know what you're running, I could stop you. That's period how I think it should be. So if I know you're running the same formation, I have film on you, I know what you're running, especially if it's a run play, there should definitely be a defense I could stop you with. So not that I think that Madden should make the game less run heavy, because I think they did a great job if you play regs with the run after, say, like maybe December's patch. Because prior, when the game first came out, obviously you could run with Zeke and stiff arm. That was a little crazy. But I think that what they could do is they could, keep it that you could run the ball. It's realistic for certain teams. But in like Ultimate Team, since everybody's going to have the best running back, he shouldn't be so explosive. He shouldn't be able to do these things. Even though he was a Hall of Famer, they should be a Hall of Famer Ray Lewis. Like, I think that when they played like the Madden Bowl, these guys should have went out and got like, maybe like a Luke Kuechly and like a Ray Lewis on the same team would have been amazing in real life, and the run would have been shut down. That's simple. I don't think that if you took, say, Barry Sanders, one of the best running backs of all time, and you put him versus one of the best linebackers of all time, I think that would be, once in a while it would be a matchup. But the fact that you can put two linebackers on the field, the run should be shut down. They shouldn't be able to run the ball like the way they did. So I think EA should consider, how the regs, play, how franchise plays, and how Ultimate Team plays. And you have to really consider this, because these guys can go out in Ultimate Team and get 99 corners. So think about it. When you're playing regs, there's a lot of fast receivers that are like Tyreek Hill, 99 speed. There's the Ravens have the guy Holiday, he's 97 speed. There is fast guys. The Bengals have a 98 speed, 97 speed. Those guys are fast, but the fast corners, they're 91. So there's a differential to separate what makes a good receiver, make a fast receiver. It's a definite speed differential. When you play Ultimate Team, you don't have that. You got a 99 speed corner and you got a 99 speed receiver. So now there is no burner on the receiver. So now it's like, what's the difference if everybody's running with an 89 corner speed and an 89 corner receiver? You took that out the game when you went to Ultimate Team. I don't know if you guys realized you did that, but that's how I felt. I felt that it just wasn't really a fair matchup. It should be, you went out and got this amazing O-lineman. He went out and got this amazing D-end. It should neutralize. So that's how I feel, especially in salary cap, where you're supposed to be on a salary cap. How is that even fair? Like, it doesn't make sense to me that, I can't get a player to counter your run. That doesn't make sense to me at all. If I know you're running a play, I should be able to pick a defense that stops it, period. And if I know your player, you went heavy on the run game, I should be able to go heavy on, the defense to stop it. So I don't think that what happened this year should happen again. I think it's actually ruined Madden, because from what I understand now, the majority of people that were big Ultimate Team players are not going to play next year. They just don't see going up the ladder and playing 200 games to lose to a guy who's running the ball is worth their time. And I feel that Madden is bigger than ever. So to hear that people are dropping off of Ultimate Team is really not cool. I think the franchise mode has gotten much better, and a lot of guys have crossed over to franchise mode. I also think since Madden doesn't make any money with franchise mode, they're not putting as much time into it. But everyone I know loves to be in a good franchise. Even the guys who play competitively, they love a good franchise. Franchise mode is probably Madden's best thing they have. Guys play ranked games, but there's not that much to that anymore. I think they should be, the leaderboards in ranked should get you to qualify for the tournament. Like, they should be the ranked games with regs should be a tournament. And I think when you get to who's the best in the world, it should be done with regs. Like, maybe you could qualify through salary cap. Maybe you could qualify through, different things like you could qualify through, salary cap, whatever, draft champs. You could qualify through, maybe it should even be a way to qualify through a franchise mode. There should be ways you can qualify, but when you finally get to the top guys, I would like to see like the top 32 guys play regs. So it's really fair. It's like real life, and I think what was a good job that EA did do was, I feel the teams are pretty balanced. I've been playing the last month with the Bengals, which is like the worst team you would think, but they're actually pretty fair. I mean, I'm a pro player, so I guess I have an advantage, but I feel confident I can go into a game with almost anybody with the Bengals, and I could win. And I don't feel at a disadvantage if they pick the Patriots. I really don't. I don't feel a disadvantage if they pick the Ravens. But I mean, people might want to pick the Ravens for the quarterback speed and run those, those blast plays. But I don't feel at a disadvantage. Where other Maddens, I think it was very hard. You couldn't pick your favorite team. They did a good job making it that you could pick any team and winning. But as far as franchise mode, I think they should put more money into it. I think they should fix a lot of features. Like there should be a thing where you could set your audibles. I spoke of that already, but you should be able to pick your playbook, set your audibles, and when you go in the game and you show your playbook, it should say that you're only running the New England book, but you have your audibles set. That's period. I think there should be a way that you could set it for ranked games too. And it should be a thing for Ultimate Team. You pick your playbook, and then, I mean, even if they made you pay, even if they said, okay, it's 4,000 training or something to have the audibles set, it's worth it to save all those minutes of my life. So I think that's a really cool thing that EA could add. It would be easy for them to add. They should add it. As far as all these cool game modes that they've been adding, I think they're cool. I think they should keep doing it. I think it's fun. I think we've all, took a little time to play with it and have a good time. As far as, all the things you guys want changed with the gameplay, I think the game was fair. I disagree with you guys. I think the run was fair in regs. The pass was fair. The speed differentials was fair. I think it was a fair game. I think that Ultimate Team just kind of, not even, just towards the end got really, really cheap with the run. And I think it just really, really gave a black eye to EA or black eye to Madden. But that's just something they have to work on. They have to. They should hire a team of people who try to break the game, or they should have people like us. As soon as we think something is over effective, they should incentivize us to notify them. That's what I think. I think they should go out and get, whatever, give people something small, some kids a free game or something, or free Ultimate Team cards if they could, show them the trends of what people are doing. Because if you want to know how the pros get good, what we do is we go on these money sites where people play for money, because those are obviously the people with the best schemes. And we go on and we play a couple games. And when we win, great. But when we lose, we take that information and we say, hey, guys, look at what this guy's running. How do you stop it? And when we actually spend 4 or 5 hours and we can't stop it, we switch to it. And then, that becomes the new meta for a week or two until EA catches on to it and tones it down. I think that's a problem right there. That's definitely a problem right there. That's where I think EA has a problem. I think where it should be, maybe there should be a couple guys where the second they see, hey, there's a trend on these gambling sites where people are doing this, EA should immediately be toning it down, like, immediately. A slow progression of slowing it down. Not like you there's a new patch and next thing you know, your post doesn't work or you can't run the ball, because that's traumatizing too. The way they did the patches this year, everybody was running with Zeke because it was so overwhelming with the stiff arm and the run game. And then all of a sudden, when they toned that down, they did it so drastically that you saw like everybody switch teams in a heartbeat, because the Cowboys like the worst team. And it's sad because they were the best team. They shouldn't have been the best team. It shouldn't have been so over-exaggerated. And then when EA realized it was the worst thing what they did, I mean, look at Classics. Classics was completely ruined by Zeke. It was completely ruined by the run game. Completely. And EA did address it and fix it. And I think they did a good job. I think it's pretty balanced now. But with that being said, then they let the Ultimate Team thing happen, which I think they could have been ahead of that. I think that they saw what happened with Classics, and they saw that the run was an embarrassment. And then going into, like, say, the top 32, I think EA should have immediately had footage on those guys. They should have said, wow, this is exactly what they're going to do. Like, what if a runner won? Like, how embarrassing would it be if the punter was the quarterback? Like, that was bad. I think they had to foresee that coming. I don't know what they were thinking. I think they should have did maybe right before, I don't know, maybe when they got to like maybe when they were even in the round robin part where it was like 4 people competing or 3 people competing for each club. Maybe at that moment they should have immediately patched. Should talk to all the players and said, hey, you could rebuild your team. We're putting in a patch that this and this and this won't happen. So those guys would have had to say, wow, I can't just run the ball and pray. Run the ball 88 times, as Joke said, in one game. No, you shouldn't be able to run the same play 88 times in one game and hope to break to the house to win the game, 14 to 7 or 7-0. That shouldn't be. It should not be at all. It should have been something where like, hey, we're not going to let that happen. They easily could have did that. They easily could have said, look, we're going to adjust the play record of defense, and defense will shut the run down or plug the run up or anything. They could have done anything of that nature. But as far as that one black guy, I think EA caught, I think you have to really say they made an amazing game. Guys, look at the graphics. Look at how the playing is. I mean, it's really a good game, man. I mean, if you would looked at it where it was a little less run and a little more chess, I think you guys would have thought this was the best game ever. We need a chess game. The Madden, the old guys who know what made Madden great was because we knew it was chess. We need you guys to bring back a chess game. I want it to be, if I know what you're running, I lose one game. But if I lab it up, or someone teaches me the defense to stop that play, I want to hope that you run it again because I want to know that I'm stopping you. And I want you now to have to do something different. And then I want to learn, I want to have to do something to counter that. The old guys, and I think the new guys would love this too, is the chess game of Madden. Please bring back the chess game. I want to know that there's no pass play, no run play, no glitch play that can't be stopped. I want to know that there's something to stop everything. And in every book, by the way, too. Like, I want to know that it's not like, oh, I'm going to run Oakland's book because they have this one glitchy run play. And there's no defensive book. Or maybe you have to pick this one defensive book to counter that book. No, every defensive book should be different. But every defensive book should have something to stop every play. It should be at least balanced because an NFL team, if an NFL team was to lose, when they're game planning for next week's game and they say, oh, this is a run-heavy team, they're going to have something in their playbook ready for that. So you can't make a playbook that just can't counter something. Anyway, guys, this is really how I feel about Madden 20 and going into Madden 21, what Madden 21 needs changed. I'm actually super excited. The abilities was a big complaint too, but just so you guys know, at EA, we did a poll. Do you want abilities next year or you don't? And this was crazy. I've never seen this. It came out exactly 50-50. So, I mean, if 50% of the people want abilities and 50% don't, then I would say, you probably got to keep them in. Maybe just tone them down. Maybe just don't have one ability like stiff arm that's so overbearing that people have to deal with it. But I mean, yeah, I think that the abilities was a plus because if it was like a 70-30 or a 90-10, I'd say, hey, that's different. But 50% of the people said they liked abilities. Maybe I didn't like abilities, but they did. So I'm here to make a better game for the people. So just so you know, for all the people who complained that was the biggest complaint was abilities, when we did the poll, either you didn't speak up or you know what? Maybe other people got vocal and said, no, I do like abilities. So I'm not going to tell EA right now not to put the abilities in next year. If they want to put them in, they're going to make the best game they can make. So I hope they do put them in. And I hope they just tone them down. I hope they just don't make it that one ability is so crazy that, or maybe less abilities or maybe it could be more abilities, but different abilities. Or maybe in Ultimate Team, you can't buy 5 abilities for one player. I don't know what's the happy mix. But for the people who complained about that, I said it for you guys, but I also had to be honest about how I felt and what I researched. Guys, listen, comment and tell me if there's things you want changed under this video or if there's things that you think EA could add because really, I'm making this video for you guys. This is not something I was like too excited. I'm excited about, winning games. So, I mean, this is just something I did because you guys asked me to do it. If you leave the comments under, and, maybe EA will read the comments. And it's much more valuable than me talking, especially because I'm pretty much pro EA. I mean, maybe you guys want to rant. I don't know. I know a lot of my good friends seem to want to rant. Guys, listen, thanks a lot again. And look, we had a lot of great Maddens together. I know some of you guys from the 90s, and I enjoy everyone. I appreciate everyone. I want to say I love the whole community. And I think at this time is a great time just to really talk about how we really got to pull together. So, guys, I love you. I hope you're winning games. And I'm really looking forward to playing you guys in Madden 21. Have a great day. Goodbye. This is Damon from TryThisPlay.com.